95.7 The Game, the Bay Area's only FM sports station.
Well, the game was scoreless when Coco Crisp turned in an excellent defensive play with 2 out in the 5th inning. Here's Lonnie Chisenhall, left-handed hitter, bottom of the 5th. No score. The A's against the Indians, and Chisenhall drills one to center. Coco going back, still going at the track to the wall, and he reaches out and makes a great catch. An over-the-shoulder catch by Coco Crisp at the 400 mark in dead center field, like a wide receiver cradling a touchdown pass over the shoulder. A full-out run to the wall by the former Indian center fielder Coco Crisp. And that's how the bottom of the 5th inning comes to an end. And after 5, still no score. The top of the 6th began in promising fashion for McCarthy as he struck out Laporta and Phelps, but then he allowed a base hit to Ezekiel Carrera. Ball game is 0-0 here with 2 out in the 6th inning, and Fukudome is the hitter. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Fukudome, line down the right field line in the corner. That's a base hit going to the wall. Carrera can fly. He's around second, going to third. There's going to be a relay. Here's the throw by Weeks, and the slide, the tag, safe at the plate. And the Indians take a 1-0 lead on a double down the right field line by Kosuke Fukudome, scoring Ezekiel Carrera from first. A fairly close play at the plate on the relay by Weeks on the throw-in from the right field corner by Jackson. But sliding in, getting his hand on the plate ahead of the tag by Suzuki was Carrera, and the Indians take a 1-0 lead. They would make it 2-0 when Santana was batting with 1 out in the 7th against McCarthy.
Outfield straightaway. Flag is quiet beyond the wall in right center field. Pennington shading aggressively up the middle. Here's the 2-1. Swung up, belted in the gap toward deep right center field, heading toward the seats. And this one will go. Santana, his 20th home run of the year. The fireworks go off behind center field, and the Indians have doubled their lead to 2-0 on a solid solo blast by Carlos Santana.
David Huff was outstanding for the Indians. He allowed just 3 hits and no runs in 6 innings. Joe Smith worked the 7th for the Indians in 1-2-3 fashion. He was pitching in the 8th inning when Scott Sizemore led off with a double off the wall to left center field. At this point, the Indians went to the bullpen for left-hander Tony Sipp on the first pitch, which was taken for a strike by Weeks. Sizemore stole third base, and then Weeks was looking to get the A's on the board. Now here's a drive into left center field. It's well hit, head in the alley, not going to get it, and that's going to go to the wall. Carrera plays the carom, and Sizemore is into second with a stand-up double. Scott Sizemore bangs a 2-base hit halfway up the wall in left center field, and the A's have a start here in the 8th.
Well, there was a hanging breaking ball that time, just kind of stayed up on the inner half, and maybe Sizemore was looking for it and was able to get to it.
Indians have a lefty throwing in their bullpen. They're going to go to the pen right here. So that was the double by Sizemore you just heard. He went to third when Tony Sipp came in the game, stole third. He was 90 feet away. And here's what happened when Sipp was facing Jemile Weeks. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A good battle here. Tony Sipp against Jemile Weeks. This will be the 8th pitch of this at bat. Sizemore's at third, and now again the 2-2 is swung on and ripped fair down the left field line in the corner. The A's are on the board. Sizemore has scored. Weeks around first, going to second with a stand-up double, and it's now 2-1 Cleveland. Now once again, Jemile Weeks comes through for the Athletics. And then Coco Crisp failing to move the runner on the bunt attempt. Weeks holding at second, 2-4 on the bunt. That was the first out. Matsui hit a deep drive to right that was caught by Fukudome at the wall. Now 2 out with Weeks at third base as he went from second to third on that fly ball. Here's when the Indians went to Vinny Pestano. He was facing Willingham with the potential tying run 90 feet away. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-1 Cleveland on the way. Fastball on the outside corner, ring him up. Willingham just might have gotten himself kicked out of the game. He dropped the bat and he flung the helmet away, and he was pointed at by the plate umpire Rob Drake, but I don't think Josh got kicked out of the game. Might be getting fined. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, the A's leave the tying run over at third. They get one, leave one, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 2-1 Cleveland. When the game went to the ninth inning, it was still 2-1 Cleveland, and Chris Perez, the Indians' closer, was looking for his 30th save. He got the first two batters quickly on strikeouts, Allen and Jackson. The last hope for the A's tonight was Kurt Suzuki. Outfield deep, Carrera in center, a step or two toward left center. Now here's the delivery on the way, and it's swung on and popped up on the infield. Short center field now. Coming on from center, Carrera, the shortstop with the call, as Drupal Cabrera makes the catch in short center field, and this ball game is over. The Cleveland Indians move back over the 500 mark as they defeat the Athletics on this Monday in Cleveland tonight by the final of 2-1. And Vince Cotroneo has the complete Monday scoreboard when the A's postgame continues.